in immigration news, lawyers working to reunite immigrant parents and children separated by the Trump administration reported Wednesday that they have found the parents of 105 children in the last month. Shocking that they found 105 parents the first month that Biden becomes president. When Trump was president, he claimed he was trying to find parents, couldn't find anybody. Shocking, right?
Right.
Now, the pro bono lawyers and advocates working on reunification said it had yet to find the parents of an additional 506 children, but it is down from 611 children who don't have parents. It's now down to 506 just as of January 14th in a 6-week period. The lawyers said the parents of about 322 of the 506 children believed to have been deported are making it more difficult to find them. The lawyers are not required by the judge to say how many of the parents and children have been reunited, but the Biden administration recently formed a task force placing the responsibility of finding and reuniting families separated by the Trump administration, primarily in the hands of the federal government. I think it should be in the hands of Jared and Ivanka Kushner, and they should go at their own expense and start traveling around Central America looking for these. Instead, absolutely. I saw them on a video clip taking a jog in Miami, all happy. They should be the first ones down there in Central America looking for these parents.
So they actually deported a lot of the parents?
Correct.
I didn't know that they actually deported the parents before giving them their children back.
Correct. They separated parents from children. And the reason they did this is because they were charging the parents with illegal entry into America. They couldn't charge the children with illegal entry. So the parents got separated from the children because the parents got sent to criminal jail while the children remained in federal immigration detention. That's how the separation happened. And then, in lieu of telling the parents you can go to criminal court and you're going to go to criminal jail for months and months and months and then get deported, or you can just agree to get deported now. Most agreed just to get deported rather than sit in jail and then get deported. And then they all got sent back to Central America while their children remained in federal detention here.
And the crazy thing is, even though it still doesn't justify or say that they should have done this, but there could have been an easy way to make sure they, put down on paper or in the system whose parents to what child and where that child is. There is an easy way, even though, like I said, they shouldn't have separated them in the first place. But if they really wanted to make sure they knew where the parents were and where the child was, they could have done that from the beginning. So these lawyers wouldn't have to even go out and do this type of work.
Well, first of all, they could care less. Absolutely, they didn't care at all, number one. And number two, you should never be separating the trauma these children have to now go through no fault of their own. Okay, they didn't choose it. They didn't choose this trauma. Okay? They didn't choose it. They didn't choose to come to America. They didn't choose to stay in jail. Okay? Now, you can say, well, it's the parents' fault. Well, okay, if you want to blame the parents, fine. But it's still not fair to do what you did to a child, no matter whose fault it is. All right? Two wrongs don't make a right. I mean, if you're going to make that argument, because it's a dumb argument. We got to be better as American society. And the reason they separated them was to try to force future people who are coming from Central America not to come, saying, wow, if you come with your kids, you're going to be separated and you're going to lose your child. So it was a punishment. But really the punishment ultimately was put on an innocent child.
Yeah.
Because those children, even when they get reunited with their family, they're never going to be the same. Traumatized.
Absolutely.
Now, one thing that backfired on Donald Trump is that today the Homeland Security Secretary, Alejandro Mayorkas, said that the Biden administration, when reuniting these migrant families separated by the Trump administration, they're going to allow all the separated families to enter the United States from their country of origin, even if they were previously ordered deported. Mayorkas called the separation of thousands of migrant families under the Trump administration the most powerful and heartbreaking example of the cruelty that preceded this administration. So in the end, Trump wanted these people who he deported not to ever come back to the United States, but in the end, although very sad what they had to go through, they have the last laugh because they get reunited with their children and get to be in America. Thanks for watching. For more Brad Show Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.